someone who has no formal training but is allowed or is licensed to sell drugs, over-the-counter drugs now, you call them orthodox medicines. So they are allowed to sell this kind of drugs and to make profit. So if you're looking for ways to become an entrepreneur or to start up a business in Nigeria, it's a very good business for you to make money. Patent and proprietary medicine vendors have come to stay, especially in rural areas where pharmacies have not been cited. They need to get their medications over there. So that's the main reason why this business opportunity exists, for you to make drugs, over the counter drugs or orthodox medicines, available to people in rural areas that have no pharmacies around them. The activities of a patent medicine dealer or a patent medicine vendor is not regulated by NAPMED. Rather, it is regulated by the Pharmacists Council of Nigeria, that is PCN. So it's regulated by the body that regulates both pharmacists and pharmacist technicians. In you, I'm going to be highlighting all the requirements to start a patent medicine store in Nigeria. First thing you need to do is to get your business name registered with the Corporate Affairs CAC, and ensure that in your business name you put patent medicine store. So let's assume you want to name your patent store Dexterity Store. You cannot go and say Dexterity Pharmacy. You have to say Dexterity Patent Medicine Store. You cannot go and register your name as Dexterity Limited or Dexterity and Sons or Dexterity Business. It has to carry that patent medicine store. Number two is that you now go out and look for store, and for the store you will rent to be approved, it has to meet some requirements by PCN. Number one, that your store should not be in a gas station. It shouldn't be in a filling station. Your store should not be in the marketplace. Your store must not be more than 15 square meters. Your store must be painted white. So if it has been painted with some other colors, you have to repaint that store to be white color. Then in your signage or your signpost or your name, it has to carry patent medicine store. That's about getting a location. So when you have successfully paid for a shop that you have cited and meet all these requirements, the next thing for you to do is to go to the PCN office in your state. So I'm going to leave the link to the address of all PCN offices within the 36 states of the Federation of Nigeria. You can check that out later after this video. So you can visit the PCN office in your state. When you get there, you'll be required to obtain a form, an application form. You fill the form, and then you will be given an orientation book, like a booklet, for you to go and study. They will give you dates to come for an exam. So you need to go and study that booklet very well. It's just like an orientation to introduce you to what you'll be doing as a patent medicine store vendor. So when they call you to do the exam, you write the exam and you need to score 50%. That's the pass mark. After you have passed the exams now, you need to do the oral interview, and I'm very certain that you will pass. So after all those, you will now pay for location inspection. The council, the PCN people will come and inspect the shop that you have already got. And since you've already put the things you have known in place, you have the guarantee that they will approve your location because you have followed all the requirements that I told you earlier in this video. So when they come, they will inspect, and when they are satisfied, they will approve it, and then you can now come and pay for your license to practice. And your license will be paid online through Remitter. So when you pay for your license, after some time, your license will be out. But from the point where they ask you to come and pay for license and you pay, you can start operating your business. You can start buying things inside the store to sell. So when you pay for license, you'll be required to submit other documents. And part of the document that is required of you is reference letter from 2 people, and one of which must be a registered and a licensed pharmacist in Nigeria. One fun fact is that in the United Kingdom, PCN means penalty charge notice. That is a ticket that is issued to drivers or people who have parked wrongly or who are driving on a wrong lane. Isn't that interesting? But yeah, it's Pharmacist Council of Nigeria. So now that you're a business owner, you should expect to renew your license every year, and the renewal fee is 5,500 per annum, and it expires by the 31st of March every year. So if you're paying later than then, from the 1st of April, you'll be paying an extra fine of 50% of 5,500, and that is 8,250 naira. So in total, all the amounts that will be required of you to pay to PCN is like 27,500 naira, excluding the money you will need to rent a shop, excluding the money you will need to, renovate the shop, and then to buy drugs to put on inside the shop, and excluding the money you need to do CAC and for post signage, or you call it signboard. So excluding the money you need to paint, and excluding the money for logistics and some miscellaneous, excluding the money you need for data and all that. So you should expect that PCN will be coming to visit you from time to time. It's not to scare you, it's just to ensure that you are practicing correctly. You're not selling ethicals, you're not selling drugs that you're not supposed to sell. So you stick to the regulations that have been set out for patent medicine dealers or patent medicine vendors. It's quite cheap. So you can do it. If you have like 50 to 100K, you can start this kind of business and it is profitable, I can assure you. If you are caught in wrong practices, unethical practices, such as selling ethical drugs or giving injections in your patent medicine store, there are penalties for it. So you will face the penalties. If you have a BSc, or you have a pharmacy experience, or you have worked in the hospital, it's an added advantage to you, although SSC is the prerequisite. Next thing you need to do is to start to stock up your shop. So for you to, get capital to buy goods, to buy drugs, to store in your shop, you need money. And that's why I have a video where I talked about 3 sources of financing your business. So you can start this kind of business even with 0 naira in your account. Just check out that video. In subsequent video, I might be thinking of telling you the kind of drugs that is expected of a patent medicine vendor, the kind of drugs that you can sell. I can be talking about what OTCs mean. I can be talking about how you can finance your business. I can talk about how you can locate a strategic place to rent. What is strategic location in terms of opening a patent medicine store? I can then talk about how you can get money to finance your store. Finally, before I go, if you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the notification bell so that you can get notified when next I drop videos like this. I told you I'm not here to mess around, and you've been acting